Okay, so let me explain how I ended up in a mini tank somewhere in the Middle East, surrounded by very real, very angry Israeli police. First of all, I didn't steal the tank. I borrowed it. Big difference. I found it at a weird military yard sale in Nevada. One thing led to another, and boom, I'm cruising across a desert in a tiny American tank that looks like it was built by IKEA. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why are the Israeli police after you? Well, I might have accidentally run over a falafel stand, and a traffic cone, and, okay, maybe a statue of David Ben-Gurion. Look, it was an honest mistake. This tank doesn't have brakes. It just vibes. So here I am, trapped in some random back alley in Jerusalem, with a siren orchestra blasting around me, and like 15 dudes yelling in Hebrew, aiming flashlights at my face like it's a Broadway audition. I try to explain, I'm American, I'm just here for the hummus. But they're not buying it. One officer throws a bagel at my tank. Another yells something about international embarrassment. Meanwhile, I'm pressing buttons in the tank like I'm playing Mario Kart. One of them launches glitter. Another one plays the national anthem on kazoo. Not helpful. I consider surrendering, but then I remember, I'm at a mini tank. I have nothing to lose and everything to laugh at. So I yell, "Freedom!" crank the tank to turtle speed, and slowly roll away while smoke pours out the back like a barbecue gone wrong. Do I escape? Do I get arrested? Does the tank explode into confetti? That, my friend, is up to you, because this is just level 1. Buckle up, things are about to get even dumber. So there I was, hiding behind what I think was a very offended camel, trying to Google how to diplomatically escape an international incident using a children's right-sized war machine. Spoiler alert, there are no helpful results. Just a bunch of Reddit threads about lawnmower engines and one guy who turned a toaster into a drone. Respect. Anyway, the Israeli police were closing in. You'd think they'd be chill about a tank that maxes out at 6 miles per hour and sounds like a broken blender, but no, they were not amused. One officer literally pulled out a megaphone and said, "Sir, exit the vehicle before we TikTok this arrest." Excuse me? Getting canceled and arrested? Pick one. I panicked and hit a big red button labeled, "Do not press unless you're insane." Naturally, I pressed it. The tank's turret did a full 360 spin, then ejected a rubber chicken wearing a tiny Uncle Sam hat. It honked. Loudly. Look, I'm not saying this tank was built for war. I'm saying it was built by someone who got kicked out of clown college and said, "Screw it, I'll build a tank." And me? I'm just a guy who wanted to see the world and maybe impress a girl on Instagram with a caption like, "Just liberating peace in the Middle East, no big deal." Back to the situation. I tried reasoning with the officers. I opened the hatch and yelled, "Can we talk this out? I have coupons for free tacos." One guy actually hesitated, but then someone in the back screamed, "It's a distraction!" and they all started charging again. So now I'm reverse driving this tank through an open-air market, knocking over fruit stands, shouting "sorry" in 3 different languages, and somehow getting 5 stars on a fictional wanted level that definitely isn't in any Geneva Convention. At one point, a grandma with a broom tries to stop me. Respect to her bravery. She whacks the tank and yells something that probably translates to, "Get a real job." I salute her, literally, because the tank came with a robotic arm that randomly salutes when it hits a pothole. Anyway, fast forward 10 minutes. I crash the tank into a souvenir shop shaped like a menorah. Everything goes silent. A stuffed camel falls off a shelf in slow motion. I brace myself for impact or arrest or both. But instead of getting tackled, the lead officer walks up and starts laughing. Is this a go-kart in camo paint?" he asks. I nod. He sighs, pinches the bridge of his nose, and says, "Only in America." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I survived the siege of slightly annoyed Israeli cops, with a mini tank, a rubber chicken, and exactly 0 dignity. Moral of the story? Never trust Craigslist, especially not the military vehicle section.